And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us here on Amazon, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You also will be able to see that we have a very special guest that's joining us today. We're excited to welcome Jimena Herrero to our broadcast today. She's an actress, an individual who's been able to do what she loves. And joining us in today's edition of Cyrus Webb and Friends, we have my co-host, Kate Thurman, Chanelle, Coleman, Wesley, and Dr. Teresa A. Smith or Dr. Taz. Ladies, hello to you.
Hello.
Hi.
Cyrus.
I mean, it's so glad to have you on with us. I'm going to get things kicked off before I get out of the way and let the ladies take over. But I mean, I'm so glad we had a chance to connect. I want to begin just by asking you about this year. We were just talking about, before we went live here, about how quickly this year seems to be moving. Have you had any time to kind of reflect on this year and all the great things that have been coming your way?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And talking about that, it has been really fast. And funny enough, on the beginning of the year is my birthday, and I got as a birthday gift this like meditation program, and I dropped it out like half of the year. Wow. Because it was too much, and now I'm like, oh my god, it's October already, and I'm like, oh, but it's been great.
Yeah. We're going to dive more into that and let our audience know how to stay connected with you. But I'm going to turn it over to Kate. Kate has her first series of questions for you. Kate, it's all yours.
Okay. Hi, Jimena.
Hello, Kate.
Thank you for being here with us today. And I heard you say your birthday is coming up. Happy birthday. I want to dive into my questions and ask you, how has acting shaped you over the years, and what lessons have you learned from being an actress?
Well, yeah, it has been a journey. I started in theater. I wanted to be a soap opera actor because that was the thing I saw when I was growing up in Mexico. I'm from Mexico. So that was a big thing. But then I went to theater, and I do also films and TV and other things, but theater has stayed with me. And I think one of the most important life lesson that I got from it is to be present. You need to be really present as an actor, and I think it goes as well as a person, So that's something that definitely has shaped me as a human being.
Wow, that's very inspiring. I wanted to know, what do you look for when you are, searching for a role, for your next role? What aspects do you look for?
I like representation, definitely. I like to have a good representation about Latin communities. So I like also women that are, empowered. I like also those kind of characters.
I love that. I love empowering women too. So, I can understand what you mean. And I am so thankful to be able to interview you today. I'm going to turn it over to Chanelle.
Thank you.
Hello, hi. Good afternoon, Amina. I'm so excited to be able to connect with you on today.
Yes, thank you, Chanelle. Same.
I'm girl crushing. I really resonated with growing up on the soap operas. Me too. I thought that one day I would break on, Days of Our Lives or As the World Turns. So I definitely resonated with that speech, and just talking about women's empowerment. I think it's very important, and also to have that representation. My question for you today is, when you think about vulnerability, how does that really truly impact an actor, both professionally and personally?
Well, yeah, you have to definitely go into that area, right? You have to be vulnerable, which sometimes can be tough. It's interesting because I was talking to one of my coaches the other day about it, how for me theater is much more easier with a live audience to open up and to just, be vulnerable and go for it. I think for film is really different because it's just a camera, well, and other people too, the crew, but the crew is doing their jobs, no one is waiting for me to like do anything. So to tap on that vulnerability sometimes can be tough. But for sure, it's also something that I try to practice every day, like even, try to be also open-hearted with my friends. And if I practice that in my daily life, hopefully I also will connect if I connect with friends, I connect with the audience. So yeah, for sure.
I love it. I love it. My next question is just about your passion for coaching. I recognize that while I was looking over some of your work, and I saw that. What are some tips that you have for people who are really wanting to like break out into the industry?
Well, one of the biggest things that I say is definitely work on your craft and hone your skills. But I believe that if you want to be a professional actor, you want to do this for a living, to also see it as the industry, as a business, and be able to, to understand that this is a business, and know that also every person is different, everyone has different goals. And even though we like seeing biographies of other actors to see, how we connect with those actors, everybody has their own life experience, uh, their own goals. So I would say focus on that, and yeah, remember that this is a business as well.
I love that. That is so inspiring. Thank you so very much. It was definitely a pleasure. I'm wishing you nothing but continued success. And I'm going to throw it over to Dr. Taz.
Thank you, Chanelle.
Thank you.
Hello, Hamina. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Now, in your recent play, Between Iron Doors, the characters go through a journey of self discovery. How do the themes of change connect with your own life, and how do you show that in your acting?
Right. Well, it was that character discovers that she's actually dead. She died. So that's something that I also played a long time ago. So playing like someone that is discovering that she's no longer here. It also makes me reflect on life, that we are very vulnerable. Like I talked with Kate, I think, but it is that we can die any moment, right? And what is that where we're gonna leave? We're not gonna take anything with us. We're just gonna leave. So I try to reflect on that. Like, what am I going to leave? What kind of, what kind of things can I just, not only material, obviously, but friendships that will remember me as someone that, I don't know, did something good. So yeah, that character taught me about that, reflecting on life, and also letting go, that sometimes you don't have control over things, and just let go of it.
Well, Amina, my friend was just talking about your coaching, and that was a quick coaching lesson right there. I was talking to someone earlier about the fact that life is so fragile and that we have to let go of things that we cannot control and focus on what our legacy could be, which is what you were just talking about. And then the other thing we said is you got to have fun. Now, I was doing my research. Hopefully my research is correct. And I found that you really like to help people when they travel to New York. And I love to travel. So let's just think that I'm going to be in New York and I got one day. What would be the must-see spot or activity that I gotta go to? And then if there's a off the beaten path, spot that tourists don't know anything about, but you know about that I should go to, throw that in too for just good measure.
Well, my favorite place for me, people would argue about it, but I absolutely love Financial District because you get a lot of different things. And there's the Pier 17, there's the Seaport, and there's the Brooklyn Bridge that you can just walk through there. And there is the hidden park that not a lot of people know, that it's elevator, and it's called Elevated Acre, I think. So it's very hidden, but I love that park because since it's hidden, not a lot of people know about it. So it's empty almost all the time, but you get nice views of Brooklyn, and at night it's just beautiful. So that would be my secret spot. But yeah, you get to go to the memorial, and there's the ferry that you can take there, and there's a lot of also good culinary spots that I enjoy.
Well, I love culinary spots, and you hit a couple good spots for me. I was taking notes. So I'm going to have to check those out the next time I am in New York. I have enjoyed our time together, and I am going to throw it back to Cyrus.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that, Dr. Tiles. Appreciate that. And we thank you all for watching. I see you guys coming in over there on Amazon. You all are watching Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. Glad you all could be with us. We also are simulcasting our broadcast. So we welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X. Stacey Thomas, I see you over there on Facebook. Glad you can be able to join us. I mean, I want to pick up actually with where you were just talking with Tiles, because there is that great article I read when I was prepping for your segment, but that you did an interview with Star Talent Link. And there, one of the things you talked about is being able to work with people that are as passionate about what you do as you are. What has that been like for you to surround yourself with people that not only enjoy the craft of acting, but also that you can be able to learn from as well?
Well, yeah, I like surrounding with friends that have something to say, and especially, if they're willing to give their time to the work. That's something that I value a lot. And yeah, so what was your question?
No, I was just curious about that. What is it like for you to surround yourself with people that understand the challenges that come, as an actor, but also that are just as passionate about it as you are?
Yeah, it definitely has helped me to evolve on my acting, to also reminder of that whatever I'm doing is on the right path. We need all the time friends that remind you, why are you doing this? So that's something that I also will encourage people to just, find your tribe and find your support system that will remind you why you're doing this. Because sometimes it can get tough, like life, everything.
So true. And another thing about you, for those who don't know, and we're going to let them know how to stay connected with you, is that you've been able to enjoy being on stage where you get that instant response, and gratification that way, but also what it's like as far as television and film. I want to talk about the stage aspect of it, because I think for anyone who has been doing anything on stage, whether it's acting or, into music, where you have an audience, that energy that's in the room has to play a part. What has that been like for you to be able to feel the energy in the room when you're up on stage?
It's so refreshing, because every show is different. That's because of the audience. I mean, because also we are human beings, that every day is different. So as an actor, also that day will probably be very different than the day before. And even though I'm saying the same lines, I'm doing the same thing with my scene partner. The audience changes a lot. Also on that energy that I gave with my scene partner, and we comment on that always, like, wow, the audience today was so in it, or it was a weird audience. No audience is bad, but it's just different energy, and they give you, they feed you, even though it's never bad. Like I said, never I've experienced something that I'm like, oh no, this is not a good energy. It's always good energy. It's just different. I don't know if sometimes they have more expectations, or like maybe they were wanting to laugh more but they didn't, or things like that definitely feed you as an artist.
Yeah, I love that. You talked earlier about representation, and we do have a lot of individuals that are in the arts and entertainment space. I mean, that watch our broadcast here on Amazon. Is there a role that you haven't played yet that you would like to be able to bring to life, either on the stage or when it comes to television or film?
Well, yeah, there are roles that I would like to first be written, because I believe that a lot of the Latin characters are always commenting, or it's about the immigration, which is something that, of course, I genuinely connect with, because I'm an immigrant myself. But there are other things, about being a Latina woman that are experienced. That also maybe here they have it, but they don't write those roles for Latino. They only talk about immigration, and I'm like, okay, but what else? We're more than that. I'm not just an immigrant. I'm also a woman. I'm also, a student, a friend, a teacher. Like, I have a lot of things going on. So yeah, I believe that they have to write more characters for Latina women that are more than just immigration and leaving your country, which is big, I know, but there's more than that.
Love that. Such a great thing. I'm so glad for sharing that. Last thing I want to ask you about, and again, I appreciate you stopping by the program today, is because because you are following your goals and your dreams and doing what you love, you're going to be able to inspire other people. What advice would you give to others who are looking at you and saying, I would like to do that? What advice would you give them about being able to pursue their own career in the industry?
I would say always follow your heart, obviously. Always follow your heart, but yes, remember also your inner child. Just, have it present, because that's the most wise voice that you can hear, your inner child. We forget that when we were kids, we weren't as, fooled with other things, but we were just kids, we were just playing. So I would say just follow that inner child voice that told you, yes, this is your dream, because you will remember why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, love that. Again, everyone, Jimena Herrero has been our guest here at Cyrus Webb and Friends. So glad to be able to have you on with us. Jimena, I want to also thank our co-host today, Kate Thurman, Chanelle, Coleman, Wesley, as well as Teresa A. Smith, Dr. Taz. If you don't mind, Jimena, let our audience know, how can they best stay connected with you?
Yes, I'm on Instagram with my name is Jimena with a J. That's how you can find me. Well, with my name as well, Jimena Herrero. So yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram.
Okay. Well, look, it goes without saying, you're welcome back here anytime. Looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you, all these lovely ladies. It was great talking to you.
Well, great
Bye.
having you on with us. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb and Friends. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.